This old, scratched Hong Kong 50-cent coin looks like something you'd toss in a tip jar, but one of these ugly little pieces of pocket change has sold for thousands of dollars. That's right, a coin most people ignore, covered in dirt and wear, could secretly be worth more than a month's retirement check. Take a close look at that 1997 Hong Kong 50-cent coin sitting in your change jar. At first glance, it doesn't look like anything special. It's small. It's light. It's usually scratched up from decades of circulation. Many of them look dull, gray, and worn almost smooth. Most people wouldn't bend down to pick one up off the sidewalk. But here's what most people don't realize. Certain 1997 Hong Kong 50-cent coins, especially the ones with specific features, have quietly sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars to collectors who know exactly what to look for. And the reason comes down to one powerful word: transition. 1997 was the year Hong Kong was handed back from British rule to China. It was a historic global event. Flags changed. Governments changed. And right in the middle of that massive political shift, coins changed too. That makes 1997 one of the most important dates in modern Hong Kong coinage. Now here's where it gets interesting. Earlier Hong Kong 50-cent coins featured the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the front. But after the handover in 1997, the design switched to the Bauhinia flower, the symbol of Hong Kong. If you have a 1997 coin, the very first thing to check is this. Does it show Queen Elizabeth II, or does it show the Bauhinia flower? Because here's the twist. Some 1997 dated 50-cent coins featuring Queen Elizabeth II were struck during the final period of British administration. These represent the very last year of British-issued Hong Kong coinage. That alone makes them historically significant. Collectors love last year of issue coins. They represent the end of an era. Now flip the coin over. If your 1997 50-cent shows the Bauhinia flower instead of the Queen, that means it was part of the new Hong Kong Special Administrative Region design introduced after July 1, 1997. These are the first coins of the new era. And first-year coins? Those are collectible too. So already, you can see why 1997 is such a key date. But we're not done. Here's where real money enters the picture. Most circulated 1997 Hong Kong 50-cent coins are common and worth face value. But condition changes everything. If you find one that looks surprisingly sharp, strong detail in the hair if it's the Queen version, crisp petals if it's the Bauhinia version, no heavy scratches across the fields, you could be holding a coin that collectors want for high-grade sets. And high-grade examples have sold for far more than 50 cents. Uncirculated examples, especially those graded at the top of the scale, can bring hundreds of dollars. And certain rare mint state examples have climbed even higher in competitive auctions where collectors are battling to complete registry sets. Now let's talk about something even more exciting: errors. During transitional years, minting facilities are under pressure. Designs change. Dies are swapped. Production timelines tighten. And mistakes happen. There have been reports of 1997 Hong Kong 50-cent coins with striking errors, off-center strikes, double strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks. Most people see these and think the coin is damaged. Collectors see opportunity. An off-center strike where part of the design is missing but the date is still visible? That can bring a strong premium. A dramatic die crack running across the design? That can attract specialized error collectors. Even coins with unusual toning, rainbow shades or deep, original luster under decades of storage, can command more than face value. And remember something important for our audience. You don't need magnifying microscopes or complicated mintmark charts to spot potential value here. Just look for the year 1997. Queen Elizabeth II versus Bauhinia flower. Strong detail and minimal wear. Any obvious minting mistakes? Unusual shine or color? That's it. Simple checks anyone can do at the kitchen table. Now here's another detail many overlook. In 1997, Hong Kong coins were produced by different mints under contract. Subtle variations in strike quality and finish can exist between batches. While most people can't tell the difference, advanced collectors can, and they pay premiums for the best examples. And there's one more psychological factor driving prices. 1997 represents a historic global turning point. Coins from major historical events often gain long-term collector interest because they represent something bigger than metal. This isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of the end of British colonial rule and the beginning of a new chapter under China. That kind of story matters. Collectors love coins with stories. And when supply of high-grade examples is limited, because most of these coins were heavily circulated, prices for the best surviving pieces can surprise you. Think about it. How many 50-cent coins were saved carefully in 1997? Not many. Most went straight into circulation. They were tossed into pockets, vending machines, taxi trays, and market stalls. They were scratched, worn, and forgotten. That means truly pristine examples are scarcer than the original mintage numbers might suggest. And scarcity in top condition equals demand. Now imagine this. You're sorting through foreign coins in an old jar. You see a small, dull gray 50-cent piece from Hong Kong dated 1997. Most people would shrug and move on. But you check the details. The Queen's hair still has strong lines. The lettering is crisp. The rim is sharp and not flattened. The fields still reflect light. Or maybe it's the Bauhinia version, and the petals are bold and clean, with minimal contact marks. That's when you slow down. Because coins that survive in that kind of condition after nearly 3 decades are not common. And if you happen to find one with a visible mint error on top of that, now you're in an entirely different category. Even if it's worn, certain dramatic errors can still command real money. The key lesson here is this. Don't judge value by appearance alone. Some of the most valuable coins started out looking ordinary. Some even look ugly. Collectors aren't always buying beauty. They're buying rarity, condition, and historical importance. And the 1997 Hong Kong 50-cent checks all 3 boxes when the right example shows up. So before you spend that little coin or toss it into a foreign change box, take 60 seconds and really examine it. Because while millions were made, only a tiny fraction survive in collectible condition. And those are the ones that bring surprising prices. That dirty little 50-cent coin might not just be pocket change. It might be history in your hand.